I love to watch people that at step 100 while I'm at step 1, where you continue to plan till almost everything you plan for, like you start to see errors.
Most times I don't even actualize it again.
You're allowed to make mistakes because at the end of the day, it's your first time doing it.
I don't know for another person, but for me personally, the expectation is very high.
See, like that thing we want to keep person, that's what we'll be doing.
And so there are a lot of things you do today that are like kind of their human potentials that we have, or human capital. You understand? When you work on it and develop, that is self-development.
Hi guys, how you doing? How is it going? How has your week been? So welcome to another episode of Gist with an Oscodera. Today we have a very interesting conversation to have with you, like really interesting conversation, and you might want to hang around and see what we have for you. Anyways, today I still have my boss here with me, CJ. C to the J. CJ,
Come on.
introduce yourself for people that don't know you.
Hi everyone, it's me again, CJ. Yeah.
So humble, chai. Anyways, like you all know, I'm Chidera, the host. You get what I'm saying? So today we are going to be talking about this concept of personal development, stuff, self development, blah blah blah. Just all those things. We're going to be talking about it from our perspective generally. But before we do that, let me ask my boss how his week went. You get so. How about CJ? How's your week been?
Yeah, it went well,
Okay.
regardless. Yeah, it's not something like you just relax. We are just always working on some things, but it was actually fine.
That boss to you now. Why you has to be working on
The
something now?
summary of everything that we still actualize our aim
Wow.
for the week. Yeah.
Me, I never actualize anything. No. I beg. Would help me? Okay, so before we dive deep into the conversation, please subscribe now, I beg. They beg you. Just touch it. And you can also how do I say it again? Is it on the notification button? Shall click notification button so that you now see when we post, and like, comment, get your comments ready. You get we're going to have a lot to say when we're done with this episode. So and right now we are going to be diving deep into the episode like this. What does self-development means to you?
There are kind of many definitions or how to classify self-development, but for me, like making it relatable. There's no need being ambiguous in this case. For me,
I bet no be.
yeah, for me, I think is a kind of adding that self-development now from self is a personal something. So adding extra value or a kind of refining the human potential in you. Do you understand? So there are a lot of things you do today that are like kind of their human potentials that we have or human capital. You understand? When you work on it and develop, that is the self-development.
Oh wow. See, see, I'm not trying to blow anybody's trumpet too. I'm not trying to hype anybody, but this is my boss here. I know why they bring am come now. I always give you first. We never start, but you know they go deep. Asam now. Anyways, thank you so much for that. Thank you so
You
much.
cannot just see it as same, but after everything now, we our response, our findings, and everything will still revolve around the same thing. So how do you see it?
Self development, I would say this this concept is really relative. I can like this is very relative to the extent that what it means for me is going to a great extent it's not what it's going to mean for you, obviously, but at the end of the day there is still some similarity, you get. So I would say that self-development for me is actually is that moment. Maybe not moment sha, but it's like a time frame. Maybe like, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing. That thing that We were coming back that day. I was like, I want to be skating. I want to be facing my peers.
Yes.
that's that's it. That's self development for me. Like that moment I start to face some fears, you're like, is it this thing? That's where one person. That's what I will be doing.
Mm.
So that's self development. It's that moment that you be like, you see this thing that has been I know I can do, cannot do. Even that thing that I know I cannot do, I'll be doing it now. That's what it is. In a good way, oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In a
yeah.
good way.
Exactly.
I beg. In a good way. In a good way. But there's also some space for bad. You get what I'm saying? May not really go deep on it. Yeah. So having said that, from my own perspective now, like I said, it's some doing something that you were maybe scared of or like you really wanted to do, but now you are now going, ahead with it. So can you remember of can you remember anything that you did recently that kind of boost your self development? Maybe just something that you did that you know that is a step towards self development.
Mm. Actually, there are a lot, but
Wow.
as a maybe pertaining my intellectual pursuits to be specific, I think is networking.
Mm,
Networking is something I valued so well right from time, but venturing into it is actually like an accomplishment that I'm always happy about. Relating it to what I have,
wow.
relating it to my personal development. You can understand now. So that's it for now. Like majorly,
Exactly. I get
it's
what
so
you
so evident.
I get
Yeah.
your point. I get your point. I get your point.
Anyway, so that is it for that. And then, what about you? How do you see it?
Mm. Okay. I don't know of many things. See, okay, can't be like how they talk too much. But I don't know of many things that me have done recently, but I'm sure of one. I'm sure of one. So I've had this, how do I say it now? So I've always wanted to do content, you get, and I think that self development for me now, what I did recently that I will say that this is it for me is the fact that I'm doing what I want to do. Get, I'm doing what I want to do. And then again, there's something else. Can you remember that day they were doing that SUG manifesto something something?
Yes, yes.
That was the first time I went out for anything political. And the fact that I went for it and I made contact, like I met people that day.
If you can remember when I said networking.
Bro, like that's like that's the first day I started like I used to work like do stuff now, read books and do this stuff. But I'm just saying that do the thing I really want, like go out and actually meet people.
Yeah.
You get apart from like my friends, whatever it is, like meet new people outside. That's it for me. That day I went out and I met people. So that's it for me, bro.
All right.
Like
It's,
that.
it's
That's
all
that's
it's all
it.
nice. It's all nice.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so but one thing about this self development is that it doesn't just come. I believe to some extent there has to be a form of trigger. You get something that happened that make you be like, come on, I guess develop or something like that. So what will you say it is for you? What's one thing that made you want to less locking, if not really locking, but just get some open you will like say 10% focus. Maybe like I'm actually going to channel 5 or 4% of focus on myself, like self growth. What made you make that decision?
What made that decision is number one. Let me say personally, I'm a kind of person that I love being like up to date with something. I don't like lagging behind.
Okay.
But regardless, in this aspect now, just talk about expectation in quotes. I don't know for another person, but for me personally, the expectation is very high.
Hmm.
So there's something that somebody will bring like a question, maybe from family, from friends, from colleagues, everybody just be like, CJ, how far this is how it is. I cannot just say, I don't know this. Nobody will even believe it. They just feel like I don't want to. You get. Just be like, everybody be like, if there's anything now, go to CJ. If there's so if if I didn't buckle up, I'll fall my hand, then fall the hands of many people. You get. So if I'm not mistaken now, like if there's any mistake I made today, the main thing is that the main thing there is that it will not only affect me, but it will affect a lot of people.
And na that a lot of people the problem.
Honestly.
Na that lot of people, guy. Na that lot of people. But at the end, see, at the end of it now, I used to say this. There's this song, the older I get, the more that I know. My parents are hero. They are not though, and I'm still going
They
to
are
bring
just
it
like me.
down to me. See,
Mhm.
one thing I love here is that about whatever development you're doing, you're allowed to make mistakes because at the end of the day, it's your first time doing it.
Yes.
So I appreciate the fact that we some of us are doing it because we have a lot of expectations that want to don't want to like actually let people down, and that any mistake that we make, whether the really or the is going to affect people. You get, but at the same time, you are allowed some moments of mistakes.
Yes.
Yes, now like saying see one thing about see that people don't really understand. It's like maybe all these firstborns now. Some of them have the kind of expectation those people have. They can't afford to make mistakes.
Yes.
And what that does is that it makes them grow up faster. They don't even get to enjoy the fact that they are children or they get so they just turn big bros. I be died in worst cases, maybe the parents, maybe the daddy died. The guy, mommy be like, oh, you are the father now, no. Baba guys grow up faster, or even the girl. I think it's even I don't know, but it's just somehow. So what I'm saying is that as much as we know that uh people are going to be affected when we make mistakes on this journey of self-development, it's also very, very important that we don't over push ourselves because that moment that you be like you're not going to make mistake, you might be actually making the mistakes there.
Unknowingly.
You get, you get.
But in this aspect now, just be like personal aspects first, then reasoning those that maybe my mistake can affect. For my own now, I can easily detect my errors or my mistake now, and I can make adjustments. But
Okay.
if there's fluctuation from the perspective of others or those that believe in what I can do, first, second, there won't be trust again.
No, that one's
You
every day.
understand? For somebody to be like, how far this is a don't worry. Nobody can even swear that I know this. He will even be very, very sure. Don't worry, he knows it. Let's just wait. I'll just be like, what's happening?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't. And you know the worst thing about this is that high expectations.
Yeah.
That, like I said, you are no longer allowed that moment of being like, oh, I dey learn. Oh." You get what I'm saying? I'm still like, I know there is space for, owning stuff like challenging stuff,
Mm.
but at the same time, what makes you achieve what you want to do is when you know the time be when you know how to blend, when you have to say I don't know, like I don't know, and it means I don't know, and you will be free, nobody will touch you. And then when you be like I don't know, like you now be like okay, I don't know it, but let me go on with it. You get what I'm saying? So that's it for me. That's it for me basically. Okay, so having said that, in this context now, what's one biggest personal development challenges that you've think just think about it, something that you've actually overcome that, say for example now, the it might be something that you always wanted to do, you get, for yourself. Let's focus on yourself now. for yourself and you just did it. What's that?
I can say is let me say fear.
Mm.
Fear is a challenge on its own. Like fear to do something, and again, is planning. I'm a kind of person that before people will just be like, I'll do this thing. Before you know it, okay, now maybe I just say I'll do this thing. I'll keep on postponing the achievement or the plans I have as it. Most times sef I don't even actualize it again. But for now, I don't plan anything again. Once it's coming down,
You
I'm
are
jotting
doing
it,
it.
I'm executing it.
What?
Honestly, I
What?
swear.
So
I don't plan anything again. I don't waste time. So
I
even if, okay, now there is this saying that said even if you are not prepared, do it unprepared, do it fearfully, but make sure you
you,
are
you
making
shall do it.
progress.
You
Yes.
shall do it.
So don't just wait. If you keep waiting till maybe when you are fully prepared. Okay, if I should just wait, like now let me use myself as an instance. If
Mm.
I should just wait, or I had waited for the right time for me to write jam or for me to enter school, I wouldn't have been in school today. I'll
As
keep on waiting. But no, I said no. Do you understand that kind of thing now? So I just be like, I'm not prepared or this, but I was just doing it fearfully, unprepared, and things are working out. So I don't plan, and you see that fear now, okay now there's most times now you'll be like, if I do this thing now, this thing may likely harm me, or this thing may die. I don't reason like that.
or die that
I
die.
don't reason like that. Or die like that.
Oh, I okay. As much as I subscribe to this school of thoughts, but some die don't be die.
Yeah, I know actually, but they say that what don't kill you to make you stronger.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, exactly.
So having seen what you've overcome, this all this thing now is part of my motivation. I've
No, don't
done
worry,
it
we'll
before.
get there.
Uh-huh.
You see that motivation, no problem. We'll get there. Okay, so for me now, I would say that it is for me. Honestly, you see something you said about planning. Is it planning paralysis or something? I don't know, paralysis. I know that there is a term for this where you continue to plan. Say almost everything you plan for, like you start to see errors. For example, this content, bro, I've been planning this for a very long time. I just thank God that, like, I'm grateful to God that I'm seeing the errors, but I don't care. You get what I'm saying? You see that plan is see what I do now, no. Anything that comes to my mind, I do it, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like as the day my mind go do
Yeah.
I'll do it that way. No problem. Like I said, there is always a space for correction. And as God may have it, I'm at that space that I'm I'm allowed to fail
Yes.
as many times as possible. Like I'm just thankful for that. And this is the only time I can actually build that courage to step up and face things. This is the only time. If even if it's like maybe you call somebody that comes to my mind, I'm calling the person right away. Like I'm just saying the simplest of it.
Yes.
Like right away, like whatever. Don't calm. I'm
Okay, now
alright.
see, let me consider a time will come maybe. I'll call this person later. I'll just be like, I'll forget it today. I will not call the person. You get as an instance, so I'll do it tomorrow. I'll call that person tomorrow. Before you know it, 1 week, 2 weeks, if not. You understand that? But this decision is just like, where is my phone? Let
Just
me
pick
just be
phone. Just
doing
pick
it
phone. Call her.
immediately. Because if I leave it that time, I may not even it's not even guaranteed.
I you see this one you're talking about now. I used to be like, oh, maybe I'm taking my advice. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to call this person. No, that's not when I decided it. Only when I would be like, maybe I'm watching a video or something, or
I'll do it
or
later.
editing. I will do it
I'll do
later.
it later.
You know, go do am.
Yeah.
You know, go do am. You know, go do am. See, once what I'm doing is not like what I want to do is not going to interfere with what I'm doing, and what that thing I'm doing currently is actually what it I'm not going to stop what I want to. Like I have to like do it. I have to like do it. So having said this now, can you recall of any mistake that maybe you've made? You think you've made? Because you know why I say you think you've made. There are some things that we feel like it is bad, but at the end of the day it is not bad. You get who said this? Who said this Apple CEO. Steve Jobs Steve Jobs is Apple former Apple CEO. Actually, those people that are pioneers of iPhone said that you can only connect the dots by looking back. You get so, and though that dot that you are connecting now comprises mistakes, the ones that you did right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? All those fucked up that you did, now that's the dot that you're connecting. So what would you say you think is a mistake that you've made so far?
Mm, the mistake I've made, like in the past.
Yeah, of course in the past, but I'm just on the context of what you're talking about, self-development, something that you did.
The mistake is just not following your mind. Let me just use the word doing because others are doing.
Mm.
It's a very big mistake. Now, if you want to embark on something personally now, you just know is if this thing will actually favor me, the advantages and disadvantages. So regardless, everybody has their own way and path to
Yeah,
follow. Do you
yeah.
understand? So there are some things I'll just be like, let's just do it together. You're doing it. Even anybody that knows me, they will actually relate because I always mention this thing every time. Don't do it because others are doing. Do it because you deem it fit and you want to. You have a reason to, and it will help you.
Even if you know the my feet self.
You understand? Most times, it's actually good to do something different.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Most times, it's actually good to do something different. You must not do because others are doing. You must not follow suit. You must not like behave like others.
I get your point.
You
I get
understand?
your
So
point.
not in every area, so but there are some areas you need to stand out. Do you understand? So having made such mistake now, I think I've corrected it.
You know, what you said about don't do it because others are doing it, and thank God you put the caveat there. It's not for every situation, no.
Yes, yes,
Because
I
the
know.
day when I was trying to like I was actually packing myself to come to school the very first time. My uncle was like, anyway, where people gather, go follow them.
No, no, no. Is anyway in that context now, as a
Exactly,
student,
context.
you are just be like, let me say you are a novice
Context is
in
everything.
some things. Do you understand? So you actually be like, okay, my lecturer once told me that maybe if you come like this, is someone that is writing assignment. Omo, what are you
Follow
doing?
her right.
Go and they write
You
the
see,
assignment.
I said about where people gathered. I remember this day I was going to class. So I was coming, around that GS. No, economics department. I normally pass there when I'm going to class or even going back. So there's this guy. It was now, he came. I was like, I found out what's how you doing? I was like, I'm fine. What's up now? And they tell me, should we get class? And I was like, class, bro. Did you know? Like, I don't know how to start understanding that. I don't know his face. I know to some extent now. I know the faces of my classmates. Like to some extent, I know them. You get so that face is not giving me any this thing. But I was like, maybe all these people that are boring because and stuff. I was like, which class are you talking about? He said that everybody is going this way.
Hey.
That's when I remember that when that pressure with this. I was not like, Alpha, okay, which department today? He said veterinary medicine. I was like, okay, check your class group. You get just check your class group where you guys post lectures and know if you guys have lecture. He said, okay, but why everybody they go?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
shoot. Like anytime I remember this, I feel like that's what you talk about to follow your rule. Like, but if you see what happened that day, everybody was literally moving towards that GSVP. I don't know, like is it that everybody's having class at the same time? That's what my guy was like, I beg. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So that why I said it is that, like you said, you had to include the caveat. As much as sometimes it doesn't really work, but some other time it works. So the whole thing here is to always apply wisdom.
Yeah.
God gave us wisdom for a reason. To some extent, you know what to do at a very particular time. Even if you don't know what to do, just follow your guts. You will get it right. Get it right. So another question I'm going to be asking is what makes you stay motivated?
Mm, what makes me stay on? Let me say there are some decisions I've made. I kind of I skyrocket like from the thing actually took me from the current level to another level. So for me, I just be like, for me to be like summon courage and do this and it happened. Do you understand? The thing is always motivating me to keep going, keep pushing. If I look
Yeah.
back, I say, Omo, I believe now when I started this my journey, there's a great difference from my starting point till now. So all these things are just like determination, focus that I've done it. Omo, if I look back and see the differences, omo, the difference is clear. Do you understand? So I'm always motivated. It's working, and that's why I've been excelling. Always, you get.
Yeah, I think it is called a track record.
Yeah.
That's it for me. So because that moment that you be like you think about something that you did and you be like, okay, I did this, I can actually do more. It's more when you are praying, you be like, think about what God has did for you or he's done for you in the past. You
Mm.
get so why you know so that's it for but do you know the problem here is that um I've had to experience something like this, but this in a negative part. So I was at a point that I did stuff like I was really, really trying my best. I I did many things then. Like actually worked on myself then. You get, and I achieved some things. So, but what happens was that I was now looking back at what I did. I was not like I don't do this. I'm not relax.
Yeah.
That's the bad part of that reference.
Okay,
That
now
reference.
let me just come in. There's a saying that says, if you win the first time, you understand now? If you win the first time and maybe just backslide, the whole thing is just that it just happened by sudden. It is not even merited. And nobody, when you just accomplish something now, they will clap for you. If you don't, that clapping now or that applause, for you to be applauded, is just for that time frame. If you don't do what, if you don't proceed, it will be that success or that your achievement is just by mistake and you cannot be
Exactly.
applauded again.
You know, that's where the people where people get it wrong. Like people that are always, for example, now, my yeah, call am my boss, Ubio. I love that man. I love his music. See the point. See what I'm saying here. Everybody will continue to say, na money, na money, na money. But this guy, oh God, like he does stuff and it works. Eh, he go still do am again, he go work. He go still do am again, he go work. That's not luck, bro. I know the place for the influence and stuff that you have, but I'm just saying that if you keep on doing something and it's working, and if someone keeps on doing something and it's working, guy, you don't have to keep up saying that it's luck. Go and ask the person what the person is doing. Yes,
He's actually best in
overall
what
luck.
he's actually best in what he does. You understand?
Exactly.
It's still my Apostle Selman says that yesterday's excellence becomes is tomorrow's mediocrity.
Bro, that's why I said though.
Yesterday's
That's why I
excellence
said.
is tomorrow's mediocrity. So when I heard this, I'll be like, there is an in-depth meaning. It's not just looking at it just like
That
just a
that's
literal meaning attached to it if you reason it very well.
yeah.
So
And for me now, what keeps me motivated? I think I love to watch other successful people. I love to like see other people that are successful. It kind of gives me that mindset that I can actually get. And when I one thing I do is that I love to watch people that at step 100 while I'm at step one. And so I will not have to like consciously tell myself that this person day 100, day one. You get what I'm saying? But I love to like aim at that level they are. You get what I'm saying? It's going to give me more motivation than someone that is maybe at level 20. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
So if I'm aiming higher, that means if I did not even get that 100, maybe I will get like 50.
yeah,
But if I'm aiming 20, I will get like 10. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So and on that note, I watch a lot of creators. I watch a lot of them. Like a whole lot of them, bro. I remember the first time I saw Selem King, his video. He was talking about how he shoots his video. I was just, just randomly, I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw the video. Yeah, he was talking about how he cuts videos up till now, having made video for more than 5 years, like make content for more than 5 years. He still cuts videos. He's not even saying, Me, I used to think that they will just come and be saying every. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just come and, that's not how it works. So what I'm saying is that watching others that are big in what in aspect I'm interested in gets me really motivated. So that is for me. Another thing now is that to some extent, it's not like we are not even close to where we are going. We never even reach gate say.
Yeah.
But I believe that to some extent we've kind of learned some things in this our journey. You get so what one thing you would tell somebody that is still trying to like start doing what is really in the gut, like just something like that.
The main thing that is centered on is your belief.
Okay.
Your belief system will actually bet any fucking thing that you want. Some things may come as a kind of a discouragement in any way at all, but if you look forward, you can see that others are doing it. And so I will still be like, what I just have to say about that is just once you believe that you can do it, every other thing coming as distraction, don't pay attention to it. Just maintain focus. It actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually
I
works.
I I love that belief system of a thing. I love it because um the only thing you can do for yourself is actually to believe in yourself.
Yeah,
That's it. I had to learn that the hard way too. I had to learn that the hard way. So if you are out there and you really want to like do stuff, see, I meet people, I ask them questions. Um, I haven't said this before, but for every single one video that me I post, I feel don't get like 10, 15 no's. Like for every single interview video that I shot, I'm probably getting no less than 10 persons that said no before I get that one video. So, but what happens is that there's one thing about me. Before I'm leaving my maybe the day I'll be like and I've stopped it. I don't be like oh today I'm going to shoot. No. I just anywhere I'm going to most time I just go with my mic. If I see shoot, I shoot. If I see the energy, I shoot. So what I do is that I don't think about it. You get I don't think about I just believe I can
yeah.
do it.
Just
Like I
believe.
will you get who you will be at the end of the day. And one funny thing is that if I meet first person, second person, I don't know where that energy used to be like they unlock am.
Yeah,
You get my point.
yeah.
They unlock am. I go meet you. You be like, oh, it's fine. And I know how to do it. I'm like, how far? Thank you. The way I go tell you, say, no, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. No worry, no worry. I'll be like, no, run now. You get so so I believe that I can meet anybody and I can tell the person what I want to tell them. And after I believe, I do it.
Yeah.
That's it. As simple as
It
that.
still bounce back to that belief system.
Belief system is the cornerstone. That's the basis of it. Just believe. Hmm?
Just believe, no explaining, no complain, just believe.
Just
It
believe.
works.
Just
Honestly,
believe.
it works.
Just believe. And see, what one thing that does is that once your belief is strong, it kind of convinces you are now convicted in that belief. One thing about Christianity is that it cuts across many things. When you are talking about life in general, you are going to, if you are a Christian, you're going to realize that a lot of principles of life are actually rooted in Christianity. You get because maybe for example, now, if you are trusting God for something now, if you believe, you're
Yes,
going to get it.
yes.
That's just it. The same thing with life. Anything you are talking about, any single thing, if you just believe you get, you're going to get it, you're going to do it. So that's it. So another thing here now, CJ, just reason, can you just think back, maybe your primary six, I don't know, what, just hold you when you were back then. If you could go back and tell yourself something, then what would that be?
Mm, Anything I can tell my old self is just um, it can actually come back to that what I just said before. Just maintaining focus. Do you understand? Truly hard work pays. Do you understand? So I mean that right from time I've been aiming at something, aiming so high on a lot of things, but you get based on peer pressure, influences, and all of that as we are still growing and things. You get it is when you get of age that is when you be like you start taking some decisions for yourself. Do you
Yeah,
understand? So
yeah.
if I can just it just be like maintaining focus, like hard work, it really pays. Do you
It
understand?
does pay.
Maintain
It
your
does
lane
pay.
and do your thing. You get make sure every minute counts.
Hmm.
No matter what, every fucking minute counts. As I said earlier, if possible, before the day runs out, every day make sure you add a brick to your castle.
Hmm.
Do you
Ibiakwa.
understand? It's
No, no, no. Of course, of course, of
so even
course.
if it is
Hmm.
one, that is where that make sure every minute counts.
If he
That is
add,
where it comes
if
in.
he add half,
Hmm?
half brick, you just divide
No
half.
matter anything, just make sure you are making a difference.
Alright. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. I honestly buy into this school of thought. Every minute counts. Every minute counts because at the end of the day, see, one thing about self development, one thing about doing something is it is even more better that you do it for long than you just came in, use one motivation, do it in one. Zuzube, just Zuzube, no. So if I have the opportunity to tell myself something back then, I'd be like, oh, just start. Just they do and they go. You get what I'm saying?
Don't stop.
Those they do am.
Most times those things you are doing now, you understand, it may not be actually be so evident in your own eyes. Okay, just like somebody will be like, omo, you've grown, oh. You understand that
Me
kind
you
of
grow okay.
a huge difference. Or if you
Ah,
look yourself, you'll not be seeing it, but you understand whether you see it or not.
you grow.
Just dey do am continue. You understand
That's
that
the
kind thing now?
problem
Don't
now.
so you may not actually see it, you may not actually notice it, but time will tell.
Abeg make that time tell
You
abeg.
go tell.
Because see, the one of the major problems that I have is that um I always want to do things that I'm going to see the results. You get, and most time I want to be like see the results. I see the hot
Yeah.
because sorry, that's sort of motivation for me. You get so, but that's this one that I said now is ideal. When it comes to reality, bro, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
It's going to take time. So
It will actually because one thing you just know that good things doesn't come easily. Because if it comes easily, it will just be like a childish thing.
you're not going to value it.
Mhm.
You're not going to value it. That's the basis of that's one of the things. You're not going to
So it's
value
not supposed to be easy,
it.
but
Um,
it's meant to build you in one way or the other.
so that's it for these videos. What's your last note now?
Actually, I'll just say let's just focus on our dreams, on our plans, and everything. So be the best of who you are. Know what actually works for you. Let me
Hallelujah.
just use let me say a critical scenario to analyze this. Now, as a student, there are those that love night reading. There are those that love reading in the day. There are those that can read even in a noisy area. You understand that kind of thing? There are those that can even lie down on the bed and read. You understand that kind of thing? So, and this one now, if you be like that night reading now works for you, and it does not work for me, I will come follow you. You understand now? If we get to the place now that we are to read, I'll just be sleeping. I will not
Yeah.
achieve anything. So, know your escape route.
Bro.
Yeah,
Hmm.
know your escape route. Know what works for you. Be the best of who you are. Don't like hey another thing. Don't compare yourself with others. You are actually unique. You are
Yes.
unique. You are peculiar in your own way.
Yeah. Comparison to some extent, but the problem is that we do negative comparison.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
times comparison is good, though, but some compare
Exactly.
that brings discouragement.
That's the point. People don't know how to
Okay,
do
now
it.
like now, some African parents dem say, don't you see your mate this this
That
this
one are
this this.
rubbish.
You
That one are
understand
rubbish.
na your children will now start misbehaving.
That one
Okay,
are
now
rubbish.
somebody that has not even gotten married or something like trying to plan his or her life. You understand? They say your mates are married, your mates have made it. All these things are not okay. So don't be moved with such things. Follow your own way. You understand that kind of thing? Now time will tell.
Hmm.
Get so consistency it matters a lot.
So when I don't hear from my boss, make me talk am. Please subscribe. Hmm? Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Tell me what you think about this topic. I really want to hear what you said, what you think. Like the major thing that is going to make me know that you like what you are doing here is when you subscribe, share, like, and comment. You can think of any topic that you want us to talk about, and you keep it just write it in the comment section, and we're going to attend to that. And if you have questions pertaining to this or anything, school, whatever, just something that you think that you can relate to, just write it, and we're going to attend to that in our next video. Just that notification button stuff, do it so that when we post again, because next video, subsequent videos are going to be very, very insightful. Insightful, yes. You're going to learn a lot. Bye now. Bye.